It is perhaps the most recognizable inhabitant of the bathtub. But before it was a pop culture icon, the rubber duck had a much harder, more industrial beginning. In 1839, Charles Goodyear made an accidental discovery that changed everything. He mixed raw rubber with sulfur and heat, a process called vulcanization. The sulfur created cross-links between the rubber's polymer chains, making it durable, elastic, and resistant to temperature. Suddenly, rubber wasn't just sticky tree sap anymore. It was a material you could build with. Manufacturers jumped on it. They started producing all kinds of rubber goods, and among them, small rubber ducks. But these weren't the cheerful yellow toys you're picturing. They were solid, heavy, and black. They didn't float. They were marketed as teething toys, something for babies to gnaw on. Durable enough to survive a toddler's jaw, but dense enough to sink straight to the bottom of any bathtub. For decades, that's all a rubber duck was, a chew toy that couldn't swim. Then, in the 1940s, everything changed. A Russian-American sculptor named Peter Ganin entered the picture. Ganin was already well known in the art world for his Gothic chess sets, angular, dramatic pieces, carved with the precision of a fine artist. His sets were so iconic, they'd later appear on Star Trek. But Ganin saw something no one else did. He took his sculptor's eye for form and applied it to a children's toy. In 1947, he patented a duck made from hollow vinyl instead of solid rubber. It was lightweight, it was bright yellow, and most importantly, it floated. It was, in his own words, uncapsizable. He sold over 50 million of them. But the duck's greatest moment was still to come. In 1970, songwriter Jeff Moss wrote a simple, catchy tune for a Muppet named Ernie on Sesame Street. The song was called Rubber Ducky. Jim Henson performed it, and Moss himself played the duck's squeak in the recording session. It reached number 16 on the Billboard Hot 100. Overnight, the rubber duck went from a bathtub novelty to a cultural symbol. It showed up in art installations, protest movements, corporate logos, and bedrooms around the world. From an industrial byproduct to a pop culture icon, that's how the duck conquered the tub.